What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we made it here to Sunny Shore City, the site of the last gym here in the Sinnoh region. But blocking our path is the guy we met as soon as we arrived here, Flint. Let's talk to him. Yo, hiya, he's finally come back. He seemed to be feeling upbeat, too. I have a hunch that he recognized your toughness right away. Bet he's getting excited over the thought of battling you. Remember what you have to do, Hotshot. Give him a battle that's so hot it will reignite his passion for battling. All right, Hotshot, I'll be waiting at the Pokemon League. So yes, Flint is actually one of the members of the Elite Four, and we'll get to talking about all of them once we actually get there, but you get a little bit of a preview, which I think is awesome. Hey there, how's it going, Champ to Be? Let me check out your trainer case, see how many badges you have. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, you've already got 7. That means you can beat this gym. If you can beat this gym, you're on your way to the Pokemon League next. It also means this is the last time I get to give you advice. This is it, kiddo. Listen carefully. One last time. The gym leader here is a master of electric-type Pokemon. That's all I have to say. The rest is up to you. So, electric types are weak to one thing and one thing only. And that is, of course, ground. Gong has Earthquake. Triton has Dig. That's going to be carrying us through this entire gym. So let's get to it. So, this whole place is about flipping switches. You're going to try to rotate all of the platforms until you're able to get to the next trainer. And then onwards you go until everyone is fought in the gym, obviously. There are a total of, as I count them on the fly, 8 trainers in this gym before we actually reach the gym leader themselves. And spoiler alert, there's not really a whole lot they have that's going to mess with you along the way. Like, obviously, there's electric attacks that are going to hit Gong, probably cause paralysis here and there and whatnot. But Gong's got really good special defense, so he's mostly be fine. And Triton's going to be pretty much immune to everything. I mean, I don't really think there's a single counter to what Triton is dishing out at really any point in the game. So, although it is interesting that regular trainers have hyper potions, so there is that. I don't want to use too many earthquakes here, though, obviously, especially also because Gong does not get the same type attack bonus. Actually, I should be able to two-shot with Psychic right here, then. Oh, that could be annoying, though. Super Fang. I forgot Pachirisu could even learn that. I mean, it only is really bad the first time, and then after that, it's not so bad. But still, not a fan. Not a fan at all. But yeah, no one's packing any grass-type moves, I believe, so that's really the only thing I have to worry about on Triton's end, if I'm being honest. But let's head on through the door and over to the next area. Okay, so we head up here, and this is completely blocked off. This is a gear that we need to spin. And we do that by moving pretty much everything here. So notice how we're just going to kind of keep flipping those around. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep this one like this, and we're going to fight this guy. Want to win? That desire I pour into my guitar. I want to win. That passion compels my Pokemon. Okay, guitarists this time. So they usually have Magnemites. I would assume so. In fact, I know this one has a Magnemite and also has 2 Luxio, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now, Earthquake is really going to win the day against Magnemites and Magnetons as we go, and they are all over this gym. So I'm not too worried at all. Pardon me while I have a drink while I am in the middle of talking, but I have been at this. So I've recorded 14 hours of this game across 3 days. Like, the first half of this Let's Play I spread out over the course of several weeks. I have done pretty much the whole second half of this Let's Play in like 3 days. And my voice is not having it right now, but I really got to get this thing finished. We're getting close to the end. We're kind of in the home run stretch, almost. And not to mention, I still have to record all of the post-game stuff after the fact. So, well, I say all. How much post-game stuff I'm actually willing to cover after that as well. And I got to get it all done before I move on to the next thing. So, I'm doing all I can. I'm drinking lots and lots and lots of frickin' water just to get through all this. There we go. Not bad. I think I will do a brief switch over to Triton for this other Luxio, just so that I can heal Gong after the fight is over. Now, there are some things that are actually here to counter grass types, which I think is very weird, because I don't know a lot of people that's going to be... Well, actually, it makes sense when you think about it, because anybody who comes into this gym, because the best starter in this gym by far is Torterra, because Torterra is part ground type. And if you still have that at this point, they're obviously going to want to have a lot of counters to that, because there's a lot of Pokemon that are surprisingly packing fire moves and ice moves here, and also a little bit of bug type moves as well. So it does kind of make sense that they have some counters. I guess bug isn't necessarily super effective on Torterra, because, well, I think, actually, does ground resist bug? I actually don't know the answer to that, so maybe I'm wrong. Either way, they clearly have some contingencies in case you're deciding to try to sweep this gym with Torterra, because, yeah, Torterra is going to have a very easy time of things against electric types, given how ridiculously strong it is. But, all right, let's see if we can't flip this around a couple more times until we can get all this to connect. There we go. Okay, so now we can head across this gear path and down to this kid, which I think it's a school kid, if I'm not mistaken. That was Jim Zeno, which is why I'm here to learn the best battle techniques around. Okay. Third trainer, go. That's an easy one. One Earthquake should do this thing in. I mean, its defense actually might hold fast. We'll see. Especially, oh, X speed, too. Interesting. I don't know. I'm actually looking up its defense right now. 95, it's possible. It's very possible it could survive this thing, especially with it being a non-stab move. We will see. And nope, it didn't. I mean, there was always the possibility. I've definitely seen it happen before, but nah, that Magneton was a goner. Okay, so now we're going to want to turn this platform here, and this is going to take us to this one. So now we can head on over this way and across this next gear. And no, this is not a Pikachu. Look at the way I'm dressed. Can't you see that I'm hardcore? Kid, listen, more power to you, but the last thing I think of when I think of hardcore is an adorable little child dressed as a Pikachu. Which, speaking of, this girl has 4 Pikachu. Holy crap, do you think that's enough? Now, luckily, every single Earthquake should be able to knock these things out, but that is going to be do a number on the power points of Earthquake, which means I'm probably going to have to use an Ether and or an Elixir. Yeah, that's not fun, but that's okay. I'll live. Especially because, again, I am going to probably be using Triton a fair bit. I think once I get to level 47 with Gong Gong, I'll switch back on over to Triton and let him do most of the work. That light screen's not going to help you with Earthquake. I've already demonstrated that I have it. I don't know what else you're expecting me to use here. I'm certainly not going to use Flash Cannon, and now I can't even use Psychic if I wanted to. So you've really just railroaded me into one-shotting all of your Pikachu, kid. No offense, but that was not the smartest thing you've ever done. I'll say that. And it's not like I know you, so I can't say that with 100% certainty, but I'm also pretty sure that's not the smartest thing you've ever done. Oh, good. Agility. The most, one of the most counterproductive moves I've ever seen in Pokemon history. It's not that agility isn't a good move, but why is it only ever given to the Pokemon that are already fast? I've never understood that. It makes no sense to me. Because speed is like, it's just rock, paper, scissors. If your speed is higher than the other Pokemon, you're going to go first. That's just how it works. It's not like attack and special attack where it's all scalable. You know what I mean? Like, you're faster, you don't need to be more fast. Unless, I guess, the other trainer somehow is able to go faster with things like, I don't know, not agility. Because, again, they only give it to the quick Pokemon. And I've never, I don't know, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. They just want to be really, really fast, I guess. It's the only thing I can think of. But there we go. Almost level 47. The next trainer we fight honestly ought to do it. I'm not going to use an Ether or an Elixir just yet. We'll kind of empty that out before I get to that point. All right, you're next, which I think is another guitarist. And they are going to be packing Raichu, actually, which isn't too bad, but it's probably not going to be one shot by my Earthquake. It'll probably take 2. Just a little bit on the beefier side. Look at those cheeks, though. My gosh, Raichu is so adorable. It's like really sporting the chub in this game, too. More than any other previous time. Well, maybe except for the OG red and blue sprite, because that Raichu was frickin' chonky. My goodness. Wow, we did one-shot it. Okay, this is what I'm talking about when I say Raichu is just kind of an okay Pokemon. It just doesn't really hit that, or it doesn't really hit that hard, and it really doesn't take that much. It's just a great design, but unfortunately, it doesn't have great base stats. Okay, let me top off a little bit. I don't have any regular Ethers, do I? I do not. Might as well use this Carbos now, though. Let's use it on, Geist, why not? And then I guess I'm going to have to use a Max Ether, of which I only have 2, which I don't like that, but I'd rather use that than an Elixir, because I would like to save those for the remainder of the game. All right, let's switch Triton to the front now. We still got 3 trainers left in this gym to fight, so let's head on over here. There we go. Whoa, wow, that flipped it all the way around, didn't it? Okay, well, now are we going to be able to get to this? Yes. Okay, Ace Trainer time. Here we go. This should be interesting. Battling here because I want to feel the rush. All right, well, we'll give you the rush. At least the best that I can. Show me the destiny. How about that? Let's see what Dig can do in this situation. You know, there are small times where I'm definitely regretting teaching Earthquake to Gong Gong just because, you know, obviously it would be even better on Triton, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, there really hasn't been anything. But the only move that I am looking forward to teaching Triton that's better than what I currently have, I can't even get yet. I'm not going to be able to get until after I've beaten the game. So, I don't know. And that move is Earth Power, by the way. Spoilers for anybody who was curious about that. Oh, you use frickin' Static, man. And then, you know what? The Raichu that we're about to fight probably has that too, so whatever. It's fine. This is even stronger. I am going to take the time to get do a little bit of unparalyzing here, so don't mind me. I don't think this Raichu is going to be able to do much to hurt me anyway, so we'll just use that last Paralyze heal, of which I usually don't keep a lot. I can't believe how long some of these items have lasted us anyway. Ooh, also, good thinking. Although I'm sure it's probably going to hit us. Oh, this is going to be a game of cat and mouse, isn't it? Heh, get it? Because it's a mouse. Although Gastrodon is not a cat, so what am I even saying here? Well, let's see if is it just going to spam Dig all day? Because I might have to, like, offset this somehow. Let's see. Is it going to try it again? Light screen. Okay, good. It didn't. So we'll see if it does it. Well, I guess there's no way of knowing. I just have to use Dig again. See if it tries it again. Or we could just one-shot it again. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Good job, Triton. Okay. 2 trainers remain here in this gym. We're doing good, though. And I'm pretty sure Triton's going to be able to wipe the floor with all of them anyway. Over this way we go. And now, ooh, actually, we're in the same room as Volkner. So, yeah, we're getting close. Super, super close. As I adjust the mic one more time, I really hope that didn't pick up. I tried to do that as quietly as I possibly could. And it didn't. It doesn't look like anything picked up on the waveform, so hopefully we're all right here. Okay. I got several more uses of Dig left, so we'll be okay. Wait, does Dig start at 10 or is it 15? I think it's 15. So I shouldn't be needing to use any ethers here on these. Also, these Luxios don't have Intimidate, do they? They must have Rivalry then. Which, I mean, that's better for me. Not better for them, though. It would make way more sense for them to have Intimidate. Let's see. Yep, no Intimidate. Okay, so Dig does have 10. I think I'll probably be okay with the amount of uses that I have already. Because we should have 3 by the end of the last fight. Assuming we take both of them out in one shot. I could probably even get cute and make it lower than that. Especially because one of those Pokemon probably has Static on it, and I would rather not have to heal my paralysis again. So maybe I'll just surf it to death. But down goes Preston. All right, one more trainer remains. Ah, not that way. This way. Yeah, there we go. Hold on, hold on. We're going to go this way now. There we go. Okay, and hold on a second. We are completely blocked off here. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. So what we need to do is actually we need to switch it all the way back to where it just was, but instead of heading down, we're going to head this way. All the way back, right? Was that not correct? No. Hold on a second. What did I do wrong here? I definitely did something wrong. Just a second. Am I supposed to leave it like that? No, that can't be right. Hold on a second. Maybe I need to, like, put this... No? Hold on. I definitely did something wrong here. Oh, for some reason, I didn't know you could just pass right under those. I always thought that those were hazards for some reason. Well, don't I feel stupid? Oh my goodness, that is the most obvious thing in the world. Jeez. Okay, now we can fight you. That was just dumb. I thought that those were, like, hazards. I mean, they've used those as hazards in previous Pokemon games, in electric gyms, no less. So what the heck? I don't know. That really threw me off. Anyway, we've done that part. And so now we're going... Yeah, I'm just going to use Surf on this Electabuzz. I'm not too worried about its Iron Tails and whatnot. Probably not even going to do all that much damage, no matter how powerful that move is. Yeah, that's what I thought. And we'll save the Dig for his other Pokemon, which is Magneton, actually. So just one more of those. And we are going to be a little bit under-leveled for the actual gym, the gym leader himself, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it, even if both of our ground-type users are on the slow side. So again, like I said, they really can't retaliate all that much. So we'll mostly be okay. They can retaliate a little bit more against Gong Gong than they can against Triton, though. So now I just need to... I believe after this, I need to now go back to the first part of the room. At least if I remember correctly. Like, go all the way over, and then I need to hit the red switch, like, one time, and then make my way back. And that tri-attack actually did a lot of damage. Holy crap. Okay, another tri-attack. That's okay. I have hyper potions on standby for exactly this reason. And I really shouldn't need to be using revives. There we go! Awesome stuff. Triton should definitely be level 48 by the time we leave this place, based on how things are going. But you know what? I think I'm probably going to actually start with Gong Gong in this fight. Okay, all the way down here. Hit the red switch. Come back. And now, if we go all the way over this way, should take us right to Volkner. Okay, so let me use my Hyper Potion really quickly, and we're just going to jump right on into this. I'm not even going to waste any more time. I'm going to finish this battle before we call this an episode. There we go. And yeah, let's give our Bell a shot first, because of the very first Pokemon that he's going to use. All right, Challenger. It's not often, but some trainers manage to come and challenge me. But they've all been boring battles. I didn't break a sweat beating them. I'm Volkner, the gym leader. They say I'm the top gym leader in Sinnoh, but... Anyway, I guess we better get this done. I hope you're the trainer who will make me remember how fun it is to battle. All right, let's do this thing. And man, he has got some interesting hair. He is also brooding as all get out. Look at how pouty this guy is. My gosh. What a whiner. What a baby. Okay, well, he's going to start off with Jolteon, which is going to have the ability Volt Absorb, which allows it to regain health whenever hit by an electric move. It has Charge Beam, Thunder Wave, Iron Tail, and Quick Attack. Now, obviously, Thunder Wave is going to be a bit annoying to deal with, but I got plenty of full heals and lava cookies on standby, so I'm not too particularly worried about that. I do believe this is also the only Pokemon that has Thunder Wave on it, so if we can knock this Jolteon out, we're not going to be worrying about paralysis for that much longer. No sense in trying to beat it, though. Just let it, or trying to heal the paralysis right now. Let's just knock this thing out first, and then we can worry about that from there. Now, Charge Beam is actually pretty nice because it does raise the special attack every single time. Well, not every time it lands, but I believe it's 50% of the time when it lands. It's pretty high. But Charge Beam on its own is not like a super powerful move or anything. I can also use a full restore if I need to. Is it? Oh, 70% chance. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Well, this Jolteon's down anyway, so we're all right. And yeah, I can use a full restore on Gong Gong if I need to, so we'll be all right. So down goes that one. That was the one I was probably not the most worried about, but probably the second most worried about. But next, we're going to get Luxray with the ability Rivalry. Now, I am going to switch for this one, and we are going to go on over to... I'm going to go to Gyoja for this one, actually. So it's got Thunder Fang, Fire Fang, Crunch, and Ice Fang. Nothing that's really going to be super effective on Gyoja, so I honestly think that's perfect. What I'm going to try to do is just whittle this down with a Fire Punch really quickly, and then we will knock it out with a close combat. I mean, I'm sure Thunder Fang or I should do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be too bad. As long as this doesn't cause paralysis, of course. We will see. Ooh, I don't know, man. Is that a crit? Of course it's a crit. Of course it's a critical hit. That sucks. Okay, let's see. Geist isn't very... Nah, none of these are very good options for this one. Screw it. Let's go with Triton. Okay. Here we go. I could probably throw a Pokemon out as fodder against this, but that's okay. Let's go on to Dig. Luxray's going to use Crunch, which is going to do a fair bit of damage, but shouldn't be enough to knock me out or anything. There we go. Ah, but it did lower defense, so I'm going to have to do a swap here. Man, I'm just getting really unlucky right off the bat. Come on now. Yeah, this Luxray's moveset isn't like too hard to counter, but geez, it hits hard with that physical attack. All right, knock this sucker out. There we go. Oh my gosh. Really? That sucks. Okay. Wow, this Luxray is actually quite powerful. I'm going to cross my fingers that Triton can survive one more Crunch thrown its way, especially with that lower defense, but there is a high possibility it will not. We will see. Oh my gosh, that damage is like not nearly as good as I need it to be. Okay, come on, Triton. Hang in there. Just shy of fainting, please. Yes! Oh my gosh, that was so close. All right. And the Ice Fang misses. We're going to hit it with the dig. This should knock it out, no problem. And if it's the Pokemon I'm thinking of next, I'm going to probably switch on over to Geist for this. Okay, there we go. Not bad at all. And it is... Oh, no! Electivire. Okay. Well, actually, Geist might still be the better choice for this. Shoot. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to use Geist just to heal up both of my ground-type users. So here we go. All right, Electivire. And Electivire has the ability Motor Drive, which I actually always forget what that ability does. Hold on, let me check myself here really quickly. While I use myself I'm going to use a Full Restore on Gong Gong. Motor Drive raises speed if hit by an electric drive, type move. Okay. It's got the moves Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Giga Impact, and Quick Attack. 2 of which can't even hurt Geist. 1 of which is non-stab, and that's a lot of... Oh my gosh, really? Really? The crit and the burn? Oh my goodness, what is my luck right now, man? I'm getting all these crits. You know what? I'm actually going to use one on Geist right here because that is just stupid. Let's just buy ourselves a little bit of extra time, please. Thank you very much. Cool, cool. Okay, here comes another Fire Punch. Please don't burn, my goodness. Or crit, for that matter. Oh my gosh, really? Another burn? What the heck, dude? That is just stupid at this point. Okay, I'm definitely going to want to knock this thing out with Triton as opposed to Gong Gong at this rate. Let's use that Hyper Potion. Remember back when Hyper Potions did 200 HP and were still ridiculously overpowered and made Max Potions almost pointless for most of the game? I remember. Because by the time you get Max Potions, you're just going to be moving on to Full Restores. Or I guess by the time you need them. Let's also... Should I use a Max... Hold on. Does Triton have 1 dig use or 2? I better check that. Just check the moves. 1. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm just going to use a regular elixir. Why not? I know. I don't want to use my last max ether just yet. And I have plenty of those left to go. So, ooh, Thunder Punch. That might not even knock me out here. No, it did. Okay. Well, I was going to say it's going to be pretty darn close. Okay, Triton, your turn. I'm sure it's going to try Giga Impact here, but we will obviously see. Let's go with a dig. Quick Attack, or it could just do that. That's just not a ton of damage, so we'll be fine. There we go. I mean, I will be happy if it uses that all day, especially because this thing is packing a Citrus Berry. So, Quick Attack. I'm just glad that this thing doesn't have static, so we can dig on it all day long. That is a lot of damage, enough so that even with the Citrus Berry, I think we'll be able to take it out. Probably on this next dig. One more. Quick Attack again? Sure, why not? I can handle that all day. Then we just have the last Pokemon to deal with, which I probably will switch on over to Gong Gong for that one. Quick Attack. Yeah, this Electivire, he's just useless with Electivire. He doesn't really feel like he can do anything else, but not willing to chance a Giga Impact. And down he goes. Okay, level 48 for Triton. That is his strongest Pokemon by far. And then we have ourselves a Raichu with the ability Static, the moves Charge Beam, Signal Beam, Quick Attack, and Focus Blast. I anticipate that this thing is going to mostly just be spamming Charge Beam the entire time, so a couple of Earthquakes should be more than enough to knock this out. Actually, based on how the previous Raichus went, this might just be a one-shot. We will see. So, here we go. Let's give it a try. Focus Blast. You're actually going to go for it. Okay. It's a lot of damage, but it's non-stab, and it's still not super effective, so we should be fine. Hey, there we go. I think Focus Blast also has an occasional chance of lowering special defense. Yes, by 1 stage. 10% chance, which isn't too bad to deal with. Okay, Gym Leader Pokemon generally have higher effort values and individual values than any other Pokemon of the same type, so it kind of makes sense that it survived that, but, you know. We should just be able to follow up again. And who knows, maybe the fluctuations will cause the one-shot this time. I guess it's an opportunity to chance and see how many full restores Volkner is packing anyway. There we go. And we did knock it out. Yep, like I said, all down to chance. But there we go. We got it. That's some bad experience, and we have defeated Leader Volkner. You got me beat. Your desire and the noble way your Pokemon battled for you. I even felt thrilled during our match. That was a very good battle. That was the most fun I've had in a battle since I don't know when. It's also made me excited to know you and your team will keep battling to greater heights. This is your 8th gym badge. You've earned this. Beacon Badge lets you use the hidden move Waterfall, even when you're not in a battle. Waterfall happens to be key if you're going to the Pokemon League. Also, because you've collected all 8 badges, any Pokemon at any level will now obey you without fail. I want you to take this too. And we get TM57, which, can you guess what it contains? That's right, it's Charge Beam. May raise special attack. If it lands, it's electrifying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. Thank you all so very much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to head on outside of the gym and see what we're going to do about this whole waterfall situation, because all of a sudden it sounds like we can do some interesting things. And, I mean, we got to get the HM, of course, but yeah, we'll see how that's going to actually happen next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all then.